Alright, y'all, what it is, what's up? Yeah, I am Corrosive, and we back at it again with another Adventure Time. So yeah, man, this is just the cumulative adventures I've been on so far. Honestly, I've been, I need to make another video for you guys, and I'm struggling to figure out the games I want to play, to be honest.
Where are you?
There are a bunch of options for me right now, but I just don't know what to show you guys. Like, as I balance I just like to play like thermite bowls and stuff, you know.
This is the part where you fall down and
Showing you
bleed
guys
to
some
death.
I think people might be entertained. There's more to come, right? I might even add a character that was just dropped that actually got me into a specific franchise game, and she just got teased. So maybe that game will come back again on my channel, but who knows? But yeah, y'all see it. I was wandering in the cave. You know, in this game, I know, like, I think the majority of the game is talking about it. And when I first played the game, I don't know what it is. I just kind of want to get my quests and just like do my own thing, you know. Like, even when I'm in the town, if I have to talk to an NPC that really doesn't pertain to anything I'm doing, like, why do you do it, you know? Like, I wonder if there are other people who play these open world sandboxes and just start clicking NPCs. To me, that just doesn't make too much sense. But yeah, I digress. I really am curious. Like, one of the Skyrim people be hitting me up on, like, oh no, go here. This is where some cool stuff is. Like, please drop some teasers, man. Because honestly, if all it is just searching around, trying to find like these little dungeons that they really don't give you anything cool, no real like battle challenges or anything like that. Like, this game is, in my opinion, worse than Dragon's Dogma, and I haven't even finished Dragon's Dogma. So yeah, but after opening up 1,000 different boxes, realizing all the within it was gold and tattered clothes, I ran back outside. Wow, and it's pretty bright. All I can say is, again, like, I hope Fable isn't just a dumpster fire, because the way fantasy games have gone so far that I've played, they're all, well, other than Dragon's Dogma, they've all kind of just been really lackluster. Like, this game in and of itself, there's magic and there are goblins and wizards and stuff, but I've seen there's vampires and necromancy, but I haven't seen no weird fairies. I haven't seen any like elves running around. I haven't seen a dragon. Like, there's no, like, where are the epic monsters in this game, bro? Like, okay, this is probably the hunter in me talking, right? But don't you ever want to just kill some stuff and put it on your wall? There's nothing in this game that you want to just kill it and put it on your wall, you know? You're just walking around fighting what feels like level 1 monsters, and then you might find challenges in the traps, in the dungeons, in the game. And if the traps are the biggest obstacle in the game is kind of cheap. It's really cheap. Traps are very easy to avoid. A second. But yeah, again, killing what feels like level 1 monsters that follow me everywhere. Again, if you're out in the wilderness, you think you'll find more than just wolves. There are bears. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're in a fantasy world. You could fight a giant lizard, dragon's dog. Like, I guess this just is decent. This is just confirmation for me that I need to go back and play more Dragon's Dogma, because this game is low key like stale bread. Like, I don't know what else to say. This is why I need the community to speak up, help me change my opinion about this game. Because honestly, I need to know why. I need to know why. And y'all see me? I'm looking. I'm in the dungeons, right? I'm
Huh?
about to join the Fighters Guild. That's how curious I am for more content. I'm gonna probably join all the guilds at this point just to see if that's where the game
This is
really
the
gets
part where you
open.
fall
Don't get me
down!
wrong. I did talk to the guy. He told me about this evil god of some sort to where I have to like slay him. But before I can slay him, I have to collect all the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle to become powerful enough to slay him. Um, but again, I have to go on a pilgrimage to do that. And I've been pilgrimaging and I haven't found not a thing. I found one temple that I couldn't enter because I don't have a key. But other than that, I'm still on the pilgrimage. To do what? I don't know. But yeah, y'all see me. I'm still out here trying to figure out. And see, the Skyrim that I remember being a little bit, and videos from the past that I randomly stumbled on. I swear you get like magic weapons and like weapons with like effects and stuff. Where's that? You think I would have found it in any of like the 25 dungeons that I've been in, and I just haven't. You know what I mean? I really like it. I mean, you know, I don't get the crap. Did I die too? I will say too, the magic in this game is pretty awesome. Like, they get to summon stuff, that's cool. But can I do that? Is there a way for me to do that? Like, I've talked enough positive stuff about these games where now it's just straight up like there's like how hard is it to level in this game? I'm doing so much stuff and I'm like, in my mind that's kind of insane. Like, where's the actual progression in this game? Are you just like, it's like you're almost wearing weights to find like all the good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like crazy mount, so walking around like forever. There's no cool monsters outside. You know what I'm saying? You fight like a bajillion wolves. You might find a group of bandits to kill. But other than that, like, there's nothing that's gonna jump out at you and where you're like, oh shit. If I was to bring it to like, say, what's the game called? Red Dead Redemption 2 to be specific. If I see a panther, any big cat, I'm about to shit myself. I don't know how to say it. I'm nervous. I don't. You can't kill them. They're fast as crap. And if they're on you, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's a bear, I have to get. But a big cat, oh, it's up. It's all up. You feel me? Like, I'm wondering where's that aspect of, oh, I shouldn't fight this, I gotta run. Everything in this game, if it runs up to me, I'm squared up, straight up. Like, there's nothing, like, I have no fear. This game almost feels like it's time based because you have to manage your stamina and your MP and your HP, right? And any monster, you just have to finagle around, and you could probably outpace it, and then you win. And that, in my mind, again, that's every like fantasy game to an extent, but at the same time, you can't outdo them if you're not the same level as them. In this game, everything feels like it's the same level. There's no big bad. You know what I'm saying? There's no fear aspect. And that's kind of what I'm like lost on. Again, this is probably the horror movie guy in me that's just like, where's the big monster? Where's the scare factor? You know what I'm saying? But this game just doesn't have it. In my opinion, this is probably like the first real puzzle game that I've ever played, and I don't really do it. If I wanted to play a good puzzle game, I think I'd play like one of the new Zelda games. That's like what I heard are really cool puzzles. So I heard Mask the most recent one that's come out are pretty bad, but again, they're not for my age group. But yeah, you know, you see me running around the temple. I'm literally trying to see what stuff they got. I'm trying to lead with it. You feel me? I feel like this game is very synonymous to the train episode in the Adventure Time. Just use it make parts, find, take along with you to the next part, right? And personally, like, the only thing I find valuable in this game is lockpicks, because I want to open up all the doors, okay? There's no spell to break down the door, and that makes me angry. I can shoot a fireball, but the fireball doesn't set the wood on fire. What sense does that make? You know what I mean? And then, but then, again, I have to like let it go, you know? There's no physics. Well, I found this smart box, and I totally died, so you guys are going to see my downfall, but I actually did die in this trap, which is just like a smart box. It was kind of funny. But anyway, after also going up a bunch of stairs and going outside, I found another temple. Wow. Is there going to be anything exciting in here, like a chimera? Goes around shooting and blood everywhere. Let's find out. Let's find out together. That's another crazy thing too. Like tunes that they make in this game, they're very expansive. Sometimes it almost feel like a maze. My Zoro syndrome kicks in mad crazy when I walk into these things, because I'll just get lost. I won't know where to go, but I'll just keep walking around. Sometimes I'll be stuck 15, like what feels like 10, 15 minutes. Walking around in a gigantic circle, making sure I didn't miss anything, and then I realized that there's nothing else. There's nothing else in there. You know what I mean? Because I don't have enough lockpicks to pick the one door that leads to potentially the coolest stuff in the whole thing. You know what I mean? Which I find this kind of stupid. But again, I guess that's like another resource that you gotta manage. Lockpicks. I don't know. I seldom want to, and I hate the over-encumber system so much. I get it, you're one person, you can only carry so much, but I just don't care. Why does it gotta stop my adventure? Because I'm now a fat man carrying 400 pounds of just pure armor and random swords that I pick up from all the bodies that I had to drop. So now I have to go run to a store that only the actual size that says, hey, this is cool. Like, okay, that's very realistic, but why? You know, like, I at least would want to say, like, scrapping the gear you get would be somewhat useful, but I don't even know if there's a crafting system. Like, this is another thing too. I don't have a base to where I can put the stuff that I collect. So it's just constant me having to double back to random places to sell stuff. Why can't I just have my own spot to store the stuff if I don't want to sell the stuff? Like, the money, like, I don't know about y'all, but money in a game is so irrelevant to me. I don't care. Like, if you allow me to craft the stuff, and the stuff I get, I can destroy and make other stuff with it. Why would I care? You know, you'd have to make the towns more important via quest line. And even in this game, I do not see any quests. You have to scavenge around to find random quests to then do stuff. It's stupid. I have this hammer that I killed a guy to get, and now I gotta go bring it to his wife. I gotta go find his wife, and then tell her, hey, I just killed your husband off some random interaction. Please don't be mad. Here's his hammer. That's a cool quest. Why is that even a quest? I could have just brought him home. Makes no sense. Anyway, as you guys see, there's nothing going on in this temple. There's no one here. And I get caught in the same spark box. Do I die this time? Well, I got twice. lot of backtracking. Whoa, I managed to find my way outside. Again, that Zora syndrome was kicking in kind of crazy, but you know, I managed to find myself outside again. It was a little unfortunate. I had to go through a bunch of circles to figure out that I found everything to see in that one spot. So now you see me on the road again, not to Mel, because they're not playing Dragons long enough, and I don't know any of the town names, because when you enter the town, I don't think they really tell you the names. No one, again, there's no reason to talk to nobody to learn the name. Nobody says anything to you. And when you talk to them, they all kind of want to kind of start some sort of stuff. Like, I remember I went to a store, and this lady was telling me to fuck off because I was talking to her too much. And I'm like, lady, you're telling me to go through your dialogue. I was like, to find the stuff. Like, what? Like, wow. Look, in this big forest here, right? And all there is a wolf. Huh? Alright, but you know, that's all. Now imagine if this thing was like the size of a baby. It shot like, it was like a Pokemon that shot like bumblebees and stuff. It shot water at you. That'd be pretty cool. You make armor out of it that's like super good. I don't know. Like, low key. I want to say even RuneScape, old school RuneScape, and that's a free to play. Okay, that's crazy. That's a crazy statement. This like RuneScape has more in it than this game to me right now. I played RuneScape for a lot longer than this game. And don't get me wrong, dungeons are cool, the temples are nice, but I don't think that's enough. I'm sneaking up on this guy, obviously, because I want to win his pocket or steal from him. So he's got nothing in his pocket, so the stealth kind of is pointless in my mind. And guess what? I wouldn't be stealth elsewhere. And I still can't grab his pocket, even though I was all stealthy. Come on. Darn it. I've seen videos where a person has snuck up behind another person just to take them everywhere.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than...
How do I start? You know what I'm saying? Like even in that instance, there's nothing to take to where I could gain experience, and you need a truckload of experience just to level up.
I avoid those things whenever I can.
I use fireballs all the time. The first time in this video, I shoot my fireball spell, and I shoot a lot of fire. So yeah, anyway. Again, just exploring, trying to see what else is there in this adventure anyway. This adventure, in my opinion, was just the most daunting of it all, because again, like, I'm trying to figure out what all is to do, you know. Again, I have these quests. I'm trying to figure them out, trying to do them, and try to see what to do. Again, I just I've seen the videos, you know, go ahead and check back in my channel for my Dragon's Dogma videos. Which one was it? I forget. There's another game that I played for my Adventure Time series. I think it was Boulder's Gate. Yes, it was Boulder's Gate. I had way more fun in that game. Probably might just bring them back to the channel. Low key. Like, I don't know. Just the varying things you could do. I'm still lost on what all it is to do. Again, and I've been stomping around for a grip in this game, in this world. And all there is just puzzles and small puzzles. Okay, I went through another door.
Damn rats.
See what was
always skirting
beyond
around
that
the
door.
shadows, making me jumpy.
see what's in store. And look, it's just another body on the floor. And honestly, in my mind, I'm just thinking, no more. What else is this for other than these endless battles?
The Fighters Guild is recruiting again.
Where are these battles? Because battling on an endless floor. Where are you? Because none of these battles.
Today, you die. Die.
Those famous for good deeds.
There's not even any reason anymore.
They visit way shrines of Julianos.
Who's that?
And that's why I like to shut the doors.
They say that Daedra came from Oblivion and burned the whole city to the ground.
It can't be.
Yes.
The Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way to make some money if you've got the stones for it.
Yes.
Have you heard any word about the other provinces?
Nothing
I see them.
Bye.
This ends here!
Whoa!
Again, Skyrim community. Like, what is there to do in this game? I know there's a Skyrim community. I know there's people who open this game. What am I missing? Is it really the guilds that open the game? Do I have to join the Fighters Guild? Maybe that's what I'll make the next video about, the Fighters Guild. And we'll see what all is to do. I gotta fight, and this is the thing. I was in the Fighters Guild building, ready to join up, but the guy that runs the spot ain't there, and I gotta go find him. I don't even know what the dude look like. They just gave me the name, said go find this dude. Ain't this his spot? Why ain't he in the spot? Now I gotta go on another adventure just to find a dude. What? This is like the biggest Where's Waldo that I've ever played. And you're gonna tell me in the entire time I'm trying to find Waldo, there's not no big boss looking monster, nothing cool to look at. Don't get me wrong, I did find some cool statues, but I cannot fight a statue.
Huh?
And so, again, I found my way back outside on the bridge.
You have my ear, citizen.
Walking around this bridge, because I'm trying to find a kingdom on the other side. Hopefully it will help me gain some awareness to where the excitement is.
Your money or your life.
And this was where I found the coolness, because I was challenged to a duel.
We can play it that way if you
I
like.
was like, hooray. But I guess he's a cat, so I forgot to cheeky shot. A face-to-face battle. I will lose again. Abuse him. And see, when I play a fantasy game, I always grab a sword. Like, because I feel like swords are faster. Who grabs hammers and axes? Like who does that? Is that like, obviously all weapons hit slow depending on like the size of the weapon. But like, what weapon do you pick and why? Obviously, take the advantages out of the weapon out. Like, why do you pick your weapon? For me, I'm just a sword guy. I've always been interested in swords. I like magic. Magic is cool. Magic is synonymous to science. Why do you pick your weapon? Alright, and we're finally at the final temple that I found in this adventure anyway. And honestly, this temple There are many. This temple looks different from all the others, but there are many like it. Why? Because there is a whole bunch of nothing. I'm hoping to find something cool at this point. I know there are probably no new monsters to face. I feel like I've seen it all, unfortunately, and I'm not even level 4. So that's just a weird thing. That's why I feel like I'm playing this game incorrectly, because at some point you'd think the game would change, but I feel like I'm playing Street Fighter and the game hasn't changed since its release, which is ironic. But not trying to throw too much shit on Street Fighter. I feel like the game is fun regardless of if they change it or not. But just a fun little comparison for you. That's if you guys watch or play fighting games. But yeah, like tombs. There's nothing. Like y'all see me. I'm literally out here trying to find what all is to do, and this is the one door that I can open because I was out of picks. Hooray! Walking around the temple and look at this reminds me of the monster team that I had to fight that you guys seen in my last video, but yeah, hard to beat. Like, I feel like there are like tier lists of like monsters, right? They're like those really the basic zombies, and then some zombies with like a special effect, and then like some like ultra tier zombie that maybe summons other zombies, or like it's an amalgamation of a bunch of different zombies, chimeras. Like, I don't know. For a fantasy game, this is probably on the bottom of the barrel. Another zombie. Again, like, no mounts, so I gotta walk everywhere and it takes forever. I guess you can get a horse, but I don't have a horse. Yeah. I'm thinking of where the window is, where I just get a horse. And maybe that quickness of getting the horse is why I'm just kind of like, why don't they just make it easier for me to travel around, especially if that's what it feels like the majority of the game is. But I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding something. Again, this is why, like, the community needs to help me out here. But yeah, I walked back outside, found a few I was gonna say turtle soup, but that didn't. It's not a turtle. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one.